Hi everyone, and welcome back to another reading by yours truly, Andromeda Tarot, and my name is Andrea. I hope everybody, well, it is morning, so good morning, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day today. Before I do my reading, I just wanted to do a breathing exercise just to help you relax at the beginning of the day, okay? And so we're going to breathe in for 7 seconds, hold for 8 seconds, and breathe out for 7 seconds, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe in. And one more time, breathe in. Okay, and this helps regulate the nervous system and of course relax you, okay? All right, and so we'll go ahead and get started with our reading today. And yeah, I just wanted to do a quick breathing exercise. I know this time of year can be stressful for many people, especially if you are a parent, in dealing with holiday shopping and getting kids what they want for Christmas and getting the food ready, all of that good stuff, house decorated, everything. So it can definitely be a stressful time of year. Now, I am single, no kids. I got my animals. Did deal with some stress with Mr. Scoob, but like I said, slowly but surely he's feeling better. All right, and so the first question that that I'm going to ask is, what is coming in love for my collective? What? Oh, we have the Hierophant. Okay. All right, and so I am seeing balanced energy here, an energy of being able to trust your intuition, an energy of mentorship, whether you're going to be seeking some sort of mentorship when it comes to love, or whether you are going to be mentoring someone when it comes to love, okay? All right, what is coming in love? Oh. Trying to get a good grip on these cards. What is coming in love for my collective? We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, the Seven of Cups typically indicates that there are some choices that need to be made. In reverse, it could mean that you've made a decision when it comes to love, all right? And so we'll take a look at both of these cards here. And then let me just get some clarifying cards here with the Love Oracle. What is coming in love for my collective? What is coming in love for my collective? What is coming in love for my collective? Ooh, ooh. All right. I lost a card. Where'd it go? Oh, there's camouflage on my floor. Okay. All right, so this energy is kind of confusing me because it does seem opposing of this, but we have withdrawn, stress, lonely, solitary. We have withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary, stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. And then we have one day, someday, somewhere, another time. All right, and so before I try to interpret that, let me go ahead and read the Hierophant card first. This is number 5. A spiritual leader, the Hierophant watches over and guides his flock with the attention and care of a shepherd. Shepherds, sheep, and lamb all appear as symbols of faith in Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. It's no coincidence that pastor, a title for some church leaders, is derived from the Latin word for shepherd. The Hierophant preaches to 2 acolytes eager to learn from him. He stands between stone pillars, symbolizing his intermediary position between animal kind and the gods. 2 keys adorn his stole, representing the keys to heaven. The Hierophant deals with spirituality and faith, but this card also invites us to think through problems as both teacher and student, to keep our minds open to learning while sharing our expertise and experiences when we are called upon. If you feel like a novice, it may be time to seek out a mentor. If you are an expert, it is time to share your knowledge. You may even learn more from your students than they will learn from you. What brings me spiritual comfort? Am I being called to teach or be taught? And so this one, I am saying that it is something where you need to trust your intuition. And when it comes to this stress and withdrawn energy, it may be a good time to seek some sort of mentorship. Okay. And then the 7 of Cups in reverse. The 7 of Cups is the card of dreams and possibilities. Here, a praying mantis considers 7 cups filled with vastly different opportunities and outcomes. Some are based in reality and others are as substantial as the clouds they rest upon. The ancient Greeks saw the praying mantis as an oracle, believing it could predict the future. Perhaps this was initially due to how it holds its forelegs in a prayer-like pose. The ancient Egyptians depicted praying mantises in the Book of the Dead as supernatural beings who led the souls of the deceased into the underworld. The mantis appears here to help you separate dream from reality and choose the correct cup. You may be tempted by riches, the crown and jewels, success, the victor's laurel crown, love, the rose, rebirth, the shedding snake, mystery, the veiled mantis, home and security, the rooted tree, or ego, the mantis's head. Which cup is wishful thinking and which will allow you to fulfill your dreams? In reverse, daydreaming has led to distraction and you are treading water. Remember, dreams can quickly become nightmares. Of my wildest dreams, which feel achievable with focus and effort, have I considered all potential outcomes? And so what I'm hearing is you do have some sort of energy where you're dreaming about something in the future, something that you're not sure if it's going to become reality or not, especially with this one day, someday, somewhere, another time energy. And so I'm hearing that you are hoping for some sort of change in your love life. And it may be because your current energy is this. You have stress and you're feeling withdrawn, okay? And now I want to see how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about the collective. Okay. How is the person on my collective's mind feeling about the collective? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about the collective? We have the 4 of Cups. So this is definitely an energy of being in your feels, whomever is the person on the collective's mind. Definitely going to read that card. This is Pisces energy, technically water energy, so that's going to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That was the cool. And we have Temperance. And so Temperance is an energy of cleansing the soul, new beginnings, fresh start. Okay, I'm going to read that one also, even though I've read it before. And then clarifying cards with the Love Oracle. How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about the collective? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about the collective? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about the collective? How is the person... Ooh. Okay, we have intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. And then we have shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. And so what I'm hearing is that the person on the collective's mind, how they're feeling about the collective is they are missing this type of energy. And without this type of energy in their life with you, they feel this type of energy. Okay? And with this fire here, I'm hearing twin flame. I'm also hearing fire signs, so that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, and let me go ahead and read the Four of Cups. In your search for answers, introspection has caused stagnation, and you may feel lost and unsure of your next move. In this card, a trout appears, his tail curled around a goblet and a precarious grip. 3 cups already rest upon the riverbed below him. This fish is here to clear our minds and allow us to get in touch with our intuition. Just as trout help to rewild streams damaged by pollution and human intervention, this scaly companion arrives just in time to restore balance to his ecosystem and maintain the river's health. The answers you seek are right in front of you, but something is causing you to hesitate. In your heart, you know which path to follow. Trust yourself and move forward. How do I learn to trust myself? Is there something important that I'm overlooking? And so as far as how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about the collective, they feel like you already know within your heart the answers to the questions that you ask yourself when it comes to love, and that you just need to trust your intuition on that. All right, and then now with Temperance, this is 14. A quail stands at a river's edge, pouring water from one chalice into another. Behind her, irises bloom on the riverbank, and a path leads ever onward toward the rising sun, washing the sky of stars and shedding new light on the landscape. Temperance is a card of cleansing, balance, and moderation. Through the ritual of pouring, the quail sanctifies and cleanses the river's waters. The bird is often seen as a symbol of refuge because of its ability to nest on the ground and hide in plain sight. Quail are also associated with shelter and sanctuary in Greek mythology, most notably in the story of Asteria, a Titaness who turned herself into a quail to avoid the advances of Zeus. When she dove into the water, she transformed into the island of Delos, which later became a haven and hideout for her sister Leto. Upright, you've done the hard work of finding inner calm and harmony, and you are ready for what life may bring. Temperance invites us to avoid extremes and strike a balance. Things may not always go your way, but you have the tools to carry on with a positive attitude. Where could I apply more moderation? What extremes are at play in my life? All right, and so as far as how the collective is feeling about as far as how the person on their mind is feeling about the collective, and maybe this is a mirroring type energy, since I'm, you know, mincing my words saying that this is how the collective is feeling about the person on their mind, which mirroring does tend to happen with twin flame type connections. But basically, they feel like, kind of similarly with the Four of Cups, as in you know what you want with your love life. You're starting to find inner calm with the knowing of what you want. And basically you have all of the tools to be able to move forward with what your heart desires, and that you just need to continue with a positive attitude as well as trust your intuition. Okay, and so that's for how the collective's feeling about how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about the collective. Okay, they're feeling like you know what you want as far as love. Sorry, I just got a ugly notification. So I still have that neighborhood app up, and I usually don't like having those apps up only because a lot of people post about gunshots, and this one was about a guy beating on his dog, and so yuck, bad energy. Bad energy, go away, bad energy. Okay, definitely don't like animal abusers, and so I really hope that nobody has been dealing with any of that in their life. And if you happen to be an animal abuser, I hope that you don't watch my videos and that you go away, because I do not like that at all. Okay, and if you don't like animals, that's, I don't know, I feel like that's psychopath energy. People who don't like animals, it's just ew, yuck. Okay. All right, now I want to find out how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about the collective. Sorry guys, sorry for the bad energy. I'm gonna have to delete that app because even though I know it happens in the world, I just don't want to see it. And I don't know if that's some sort of wounding within me. Okay. Now I want to find out how the collective is feeling about the person on their mind. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm seeing some sort of energy of balance, abundance, sharing your abundance, friendliness. And I'm seeing, did I say Six of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles. And this I'm seeing hard work, determination, dedication. It's like an orb weaver spider, beautiful spider web. And let's get some clarifying cards. I love spiders, by the way. Pretty much love all animals, except for roaches, cockroaches. We get them bad here. Mosquitoes. Don't like mosquitoes. Okay. How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? Quiet. Feeling quiet. Speak to me. Speak to me. How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective? Come on. I'm not going to stop until you tell me something. How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? How is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? Alas. Wow. soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. And so clearly, what I was getting at with the twin flame connection, you do feel like, whether it's soulmates, twin flames, you do feel a deep love, a connection, and a unity with the person on your mind. And what I'm also hearing is that you think that this might be cloudy judgment on your part, that it's just some sort of illusions, that your judgment is unbalanced or distorted when it comes to this, okay? Let me go ahead and read the Six of Pentacles. In the Six of Pentacles, a prosperous rat merchant shares his bounty with those less fortunate. Although typically associated with greed or malice, rats are remarkably compassionate and empathetic animals proven to help other creatures in need, even when it is inconvenient to do so. These wrongly maligned rodents intuitively understand something humans don't always grasp. When we share our resources, all of us benefit. Upright, you have an opportunity to help others in need. Remember a time when you felt alone and without resources but were given support. Offer the same to someone else. How do I give back to my community? Do I share my knowledge, wealth, or time with others? And so as far as how the collective's feeling about the person on your mind, you feel like this person is empathetic, compassionate, giving, that they help others in need, whether it be creatures or humans. Which is kind of strange how I was just talking about being an animal lover. Okay. And now we have the Page of Pentacles. A spider sits in her glistening web, pentacle at hand. Industrious and focused, she has built a beautifully intricate net in which to catch her prey. While spiders are born with an innate ability to spin a web, they, like all pages in tarot, must perfect their craft over time. The spider's web may not last, but her grasp of the pentacle suggests that she will adapt with ease, traveling to a new location and trying again if she needs to. You are ready to experience new wonders. It is time you laid the groundwork for your next venture. As you spin your web, remember that you have innate gifts to share with the world. What are my innate gifts? What craft can I hone and share with others? And so what I'm hearing is you feel like this person on your mind, that they are basically focused, determined, focused and determined. They have a craft. They're mastering their craft. Quick learners, adaptable, and they have a strong foundation is what I'm hearing with that, okay? And now I want to find out how the collective is feeling about themselves. And I'm going to grab my Woodland Warden's Oracle. How is my collective feeling about themselves? How is... I just got a group of cards. I was going to take one, but I really want to narrow this down here. How is the collective feeling about themselves? Ooh, never got this card before. We have the Deer and Oat healing. Okay, so some sort of healing energy, which is good. Heal. That sounds funny. Heal your energy. Heal yourself. You are number one. You must take care of yourself. All right, and then some clarifying cards here with the Love Oracle. How is the collective feeling about themselves? How is the collective feeling about themselves? We have releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. And I don't know if you can see it, but in this foggy window, it says go. And so what I'm hearing is there is something that you are finally coming to the realization that you need to let go of, whether that be some sort of relationship, friendship, love, whether it be some sort of internal wounding that you might have, childhood wounds, abandonment wounds that you are learning to release and let go. Even if it is something where you have to forgive somebody. Sorry, that was just twitchy. She's moving around. Even if it means that you just have to forgive someone within yourself, to go ahead and release that, or that is what you are doing. Okay, and then now the Deer and Oat healing. This is card number 15. I wasn't even looking at the right spot for the card numbers. The shy and gentle fallow deer is known for its white spots and the broad velvety antlers it sheds and regrows each year. Similarly, oats are symbols of restorative nutrition, even in poor soil. Oats can flourish, providing hearty sustenance. Upright, rest and recharge. Moderation and mindfulness are key as you recover from trauma or a period of intense exertion. How do I rest and recharge? What practices nourish my soul? Wow, so this is very fitting for this releasing energy. And it's just a reminder that it is okay to rest and recharge. And I'm going to say, if any of my collective are men, this is especially important for you guys because men tend to feel guilty when it comes to needing rest. Do not feel guilty. Everybody needs to rest and recharge, especially after this type of releasing energy. If there is something in your life that you have to release and it's going to be difficult for you, then you definitely need to heal. You need time to rest and recharge, okay? All right, and then lastly, I want to see how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about themselves. And using this same Woodland Warden's Oracle. Twitch is standing right next to me now. I can tell because her breast stinks. Trying to work on that. How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? Also a little quiet. How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? Moth and eucalyptus and ending. Beautiful. I love eucalyptus, the way it smells. And a pretty moth. It looks like the moth that has the skull on its head. An ending. And then let's get some clarifying cards. Toichi, you're just hearing me with the cards. How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? Come on, talk to me. How is the person on the collective's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on my collective's mind? Okay, we have emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, affected, karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. All right, and so as far as how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about themselves, with this emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, affected, and then this karma energy, I am hearing as far as how the person on the collective's mind is feeling about themselves, they perhaps are experiencing this type of energy because of some sort of karmic debts that they are going through in life. Okay, let me go ahead and read the Moth and Eucalyptus. And this is 13. An ending. The Moth and Eucalyptus is at number 13 for a reason. It mirrors the meaning of the Death card in a traditional tarot deck. The Death card rarely indicates literal death, but rather marks an ending of some kind and provides us with the knowledge and power to let go. The moth shown here is the Death's Head hawk moth, named for the unique skull-like marking on its back. The Death's Head is nocturnal, and like all moths, it flies towards the light. Eucalyptus is a symbol of protection, as the oil from this plant can be used to guard against and soothe a variety of ailments. Upright, an ending is imminent. This could mean an end of a relationship, a hobby or interest, a job, or any number of other things. While endings sometimes mark loss, they don't always, and even if we do experience grief, we have the power to emerge from it with a better understanding of ourselves. How can I be more accepting of change? What tools do I have that might help me feel safe and protected when a change occurs in my life? And so what I'm actually hearing with these cards and this all together is that this person is being protected from this type of energy is what I'm hearing as far as how the collective is feeling about themselves. So they do feel like, and perhaps there was an ending, maybe the ending was with the collective and the ending was because of this type of energy, okay? All right, and so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. As always, it was a pleasure doing this reading for you guys. Remember, if you do start to feel stressed out or anxiety throughout the day, remember that breathing exercise that I showed you, 7 seconds in, hold for 8 seconds, 7 seconds out. I may have the timing off, but for me it helps. So that is what I do. But aside from that, I do thank you all who have watched, liked, subscribed, followed if you're on TikTok, commented. I do love seeing your comments if you do like any of my readings, okay? And I hope that you guys have a beautiful, lovely, exciting, fun day. Love you guys.